Hey, this is Anthony Cesari with SuccessForYourSongs.com, and in this video we're going to talk about how to easily organize your song ideas. A lot of times songwriters, and I've been guilty of this myself, come up with all these ideas and just don't know how to organize them in a way that they can be easily retrieved at a later time when you're actually ready to write the song. So in this video we're going to be looking at how to use an actual physical journal in an organized way so that you can access your ideas whenever you are ready to actually write. Okay, so one thing you can do if you like the idea of keeping your songwriting ideas in a physical journal is what I'm about to show you here. I know earlier on when I would keep ideas in a journal, I would basically just write all the ideas as they came to me, and then I'd have this full book filled with information that I didn't know how to access because it was just completely random. So this is a way that you can keep your songwriting ideas organized and be able to find what you need when it comes time to writing the song. So what you'll do is you'll go to your very first page in a blank journal and you'll just write down table of contents at the top. And when you have a group of ideas that you're going to want to write down in this journal, you'll write that down on your table of contents. So let's say one of the groups of ideas that we have is title ideas. We come up with title ideas frequently and we want a place to put them. So we'll write that down first. The order of the table of contents doesn't really matter. It's basically going to be whenever you come up with these. If you come up with the title idea first, that's probably going to be the first thing in your table of contents. As long as you have this list of overall ideas in your table of contents, you'll be able to find things pretty easily. So you'll write down table of contents, and then you'll write that this is going to start on page 1 of your journal. So the next thing you're going to do is you're going to flip over to page 1 of your journal, and then at the top of that page, you'll just write down that these are your title ideas, and then you'll put the page number right next to that. So you'll have that title ideas and page 1. And you're usually going to want to give yourself a few pages. You're going to want to be generous with the amount of pages that you give yourself for each group of ideas when you do this. So you'll want to label a few more pages with title ideas and then just put the page number and just keep going with that for as many pages as you think you'll need. And again, the more the better. If you think you're going to need 10 pages for title ideas, give yourself 15 or even more than that. As long as you have space in the journal, it's not a big deal. So now I've left us 3 pages here for title ideas that we can write down, and then on those 3 pages, anytime I come up with an idea for a title, I can just come into those pages, jot it down, and then I know where to reference it, because when I go back to my table of contents, I know that my title ideas start at page 1. So after this, on my table of contents, I'm going to figure out what I'm going to want my next group of ideas to be. So let's say that's chord progression ideas. And after I've left space for title ideas, I can start my chord progression ideas on page 4. Again, you're probably going to want to give yourself more pages than what I'm doing here, but just for the purposes of this demonstration, I'm showing the chord progression ideas starting on page 4 after 3 pages of title ideas. And then again, you're going to flip over to the 4th page. At the top, you'll write down that these are your chord progression ideas. You'll put the page number next to that, and you'll do that for as many pages as you see fit for chord progressions. And if you're doing a section for chord progressions, you'll probably want to write down, if you have these ideas recorded, you want to write down where you have them recorded. This way you'll know where to reference them, whether they're on your phone or on your computer somewhere. This way you'll be able to easily find them when it comes time to actually hear those ideas that you're talking about. And then again, you're going to want to come back to your table of contents after you write out as many pages as you see fit, and then you can write down your next idea. And you don't have to do this all at once. This can be, you'll have a blank journal, and then as you realize what ideas you're coming up with, you can just add it to the journal. So let's say I have this journal and I have my title ideas in there. I have my chord progression ideas. I have a few of them. I left some blank pages. I had maybe, a couple of ideas come to me over a few weeks. The journal just sits there. Then a few weeks later, all of a sudden I have an idea for a metaphor. So now I come back to my journal. I just write that in the table of contents. I put that on the next page that's applicable for the metaphors. And then I'll go over to that page. I'll give that page a title, and then I'll number that page as well. And now I know where I can find all my metaphor ideas. And then I'll give that a few more pages, just to give me space, to room for growth, basically, because I know I'm going to have more of these ideas coming. So the whole idea here is to just build your journal around this table of contents. Again, it doesn't matter the order that the table of contents is in. It'll just help you easily find these ideas as you come up with them and as you need to reference them. So I find this to be a good way to organize ideas. If you're like me and you want to have a way to organize ideas with a physical journal, which can be an easy and quick way to just jot things down, and you can carry it with you on the go and that type of thing, this can be a good way to do it. So have some fun playing around with that, and I think you'll find this is a pretty good way to stay organized. Alright, so I hope you found that information useful. I've got a few resources for you below this video. The first one is a link for the Big Idea module of our songwriting course, where we first of all talk about a few other ideas for keeping track of your big ideas, the same way we did in this video, but it'll just give you a few more options for logging the ideas that you come up with. And in addition to that, that course also talks about how to actually come up with big ideas for your songs in the first place. So I think that'll help you out a lot. Also, if you don't yet have our free songwriting ebook, I've got a link for that for you as well. So make sure to check that out. Thanks for watching this video, and I will talk to you in the next one. Take care.